Hi, I'm the City Bushman and I'm about 32 kilometres south of Sydney in this majestic place. We've walked down here through Darks Forest, down through Madden Falls, up this creek bed to this absolutely stunning area that I'm in now. This is the sort of thing that is in your own backyard here in the city of Sydney. I hope you enjoy this episode of Madden Falls as much as I've enjoyed getting to this area here. So enjoy the show. Many years ago, this area used to be used as a quarry to dig up ironstone, and it's really grown back, you know, with vigour. A lot of wattle, a lot of scribbly gum. Of him there. This is one big, large slab of sandstone, and you can see where it's just sheared straight off. Look at that, just sheared straight off, and this bit here has just come forward. So it just shows you over, look, I mean, this probably happened thousands of years ago, but it shows how it's just maybe an earthquake, or maybe the ground underneath just washed away because of the water. That's just magnificent. It's just split it straight in two. And the orange stuff, it isn't from a spray can, it's actually moss mould that grows on the rocks. We've done the easy part of the walk. Now we're going to do part of the walk that you should only do if you're going to go with an experienced bushwalker, because there's no track on this part of the bushwalk, and it involves going down into a steep grade down into that valley below. So as you'll see behind me, it might look like there's a path through there, but there's not, because in between those rocks there can be 20-foot divots running down into the mountainside. So what you've got to do is you've got to go further inland where you get more soil and you don't get so many of these large rocks that have got gaps in between them. So you go a little bit more further inland until you can see yourself a little line, and usually that'll be maybe a deer track or something like that that you'll follow down to the riverbed. But only do this if you're going to go with someone who's experienced, that can read the lay of the land. That's the trick to it, knowing where to go, where to walk, okay? You've got to think like an animal, and that might sound silly, but when you're in this situation, you've got to think, whereabouts will they walk? And that area that the camera's just scanned, they probably wouldn't try to get down to the river from there. That area that's behind me, that's further inland, and I'm having a look at that, and I'm thinking that that's the area I'm going to try and go down. I haven't been down here before, so you're seeing sort of firsthand how I would read the lay of this land, and I'm looking for a flat spot. I'm looking for an area where I think I can lead down further into the creek. When I look down there where that camera was just filming, it looks to me like it's going to lead me to lots of steep sections. I need to get a bit of flat ground where I know it's going to keep on being flat so I can manipulate the next section. And that to me looks like straight through here down about another 100 yards. This is the next stage that I was talking about as we were standing back over there a little way. That what I've done now is we've come about 150, 200 yards along from where the falls are, and we've followed that ridge top. Now we've got to an area where I think you'll see along here there's still a large sandstone, but it's breaking up and it's starting to give me a bit of a track down here. So if I'm still right, we should be able to get down through here and, you know, see what's next. We're about 50 yards from the riverbed now, and good, I didn't make myself out to be a goose, because I've actually followed the track perfectly, and you may be able to see around me here when the camera scans, this is all flat, and I've got to tell you, I wouldn't mind betting that this is where a whole lot of deer come down here to drink at night, because as you're walking down this track, all the twigs and branches are all snapped into sections about that long, hoofs crunching on them as they're walking through. So it goes to show me that they walk this every day, every night, because they're nocturnal. I wanted to stop here just before we go down onto the riverbed and just show you this, because this is where you can see that a lot of deer come down here. You see all these bits of mould that have been on the rock. You can see their hooves have dug in as they've stopped here to grab traction before they head down to that next section, and it digs up the moss as it comes. You also see here on the side of this tree, you can see where they come past, and they rub the side of the tree here as they come past. We're coming out now onto the riverbed where these deer would come down here and drink at night. This is a perfect spot for them, and what they've done is they've chosen the exact path that obviously I chose. Some nice rock pools here for them to drink at night. Okay, what we're going to do now is we're going to head up the riverbed, up to the base of the waterfall. Easier said than done, because this area is so dense, as you'll see when we're walking up. Now you're getting a good view of up the riverbed, and same as the ridge top, we've got to get ourselves a track through here up into the base of the waterfall. Easier said than done, because there is no track, so we're going to have to do what we did up at the top. As you can see here, this is exactly what I was trying to explain when we were standing up on top on the lookout. This is what's happened over thousands of years. These big massive sandstone blocks have broken off and formed this natural sandstone section that leads us right up into the waterfall. This is magnificent. If you look at the lay of the land, absolutely beautiful. This is stunning. You see?
Yep. You gonna say something?
Yeah. Not only have I come out to enjoy the walk today, but that beautiful lizard in front of me has too. We're right down on the bottom of Madden Falls now. We're just trying to get up underneath where the waterfall is, but we're blocked by all these massive boulders that are in front of us. I've looked at two areas to try and get through, too hard, so I'm now going to try a third one over to the edge of the riverbank. You can see I'm a little bit more tired now. It's taken us about half an hour to get about 50 yards because of these large sandstone boulders. We've still got about another 50 feet to go. Hope the next 50 feet's a bit easier. Madden Falls right behind us. That's a beautiful walk. More rugged than the other walks we've done, but we've mixed it up a little bit. That's great. Let's go up and get right underneath it now. It's pretty hot. I wanted to bring you here. I wanted to bring you here to this area where I could show you something a little bit more dense, a little bit more exciting, you know, and I hope you've learned a little bit about how to read the lie of the land and follow where a track may be and where an animal may go. Because this is exciting stuff. Getting out here with no track, walking up a dense riverbed to a nice, beautiful waterfall. Fantastic. Look at the sun. It's just great. You've got to get out and try it. And how far am I from Sydney? I know I keep on saying it. I think I'm about sort of 40 minutes from Sydney, from the heart of Sydney.